All right, so next up we've got Gonzaga versus McNeese State. First off, I hate how they do this. They always give us this mid-major versus mid-major. They did the same thing with St. Mary's and Grand Canyon. We want to see a mid-major like McNeese State versus a high major team, not versus Gonzaga. We want to see them against, a Big East, Big 12, ACC. We don't want to see them against Gonzaga. I don't know why they do this. Two teams we'd both everybody be rooting for, a small school making a run, yet you're going to make one of them get eliminated right off the bat. It's so stupid. Anyways, all right, Gonzaga sitting at 25-7, second in the WCC conference this year. All right, St. Mary's being first. We'll get to McNeese in a second. But Gonzaga, first off, all right, win over Yale in the preseason or non-conference. Yale is a tournament team, so not a bad loss or bad win at all. Purdue, single-digit, almost loss. First off, props for scheduling Purdue. And for Purdue for scheduling Gonzaga. That's really a no-win situation there for Purdue. But kept it close to Purdue. We know what Purdue's capable of. Really solid loss there. You've got another 10-point loss to Uconn, another 1 seed. So that's really good loss again for Gonzaga. Now, this Washington one, I don't know about. That's a little questionable. But this loss here to San Diego State by 10 again, that's not a bad loss by any means. You've got a 1-point loss to Santa Clara. Santa Clara actually had a pretty good year. So that's not usual Gonzaga standards. They usually just roll through this conference, but better to lose then than now. They do have a win over Kentucky. All right, we know Kentucky's really good. This win over Kentucky, I think, shows what they're capable of. And again, besides Santa Clara, no bad losses. And then you beat St. Mary's to split with them. St. Mary's ultimately gets the last laugh going 2-1, winning the championship. They kind of bullied around Gonzaga a little bit in the championship. I think this is ultimately one of the weaker Gonzaga teams of recent memory, but still capable of making a run, I think. I'm a big fan of their point guard, Nembhard from Creighton. I think he's pretty good. All right, then looking at McNeese State, 30-3, first in the Southland, coached by Will Wade, former coach of LSU. All right, they had a pretty tough non-con as well. All right, they beat VCU. All right, VCU, we know, made the A-10 championship. You've got a win over UAB by 21. That's probably their most impressive win. UAB is a tournament team. All right, won the American Conference. You've got a loss to Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech actually had a pretty good record, even though they didn't make the tournament. They had like less than 5 losses, I think, or less than 10 losses at least. It was single digit. So not a bad loss there. You beat Michigan. All right, Michigan, not the greatest this year, but still it's a big win, for you. But roll through the conference. Conference really isn't anything of note. But that win over VCU and that win over UAB shows me, I think, that McNeese State can play with Gonzaga and they can beat Gonzaga. They can also beat other teams in the tournament. Unfortunately, though, I think Gonzaga might be a little too much for McNeese State, but this is almost a 50-50 game for me. This is one of the tougher games on the bracket, and this one could go either way. I think Gonzaga is ultimately going to win it, but I think this game is going to be close. Again, McNeese State has played tougher competition, UAB and VCU, so I think they are ready for Gonzaga. But I think ultimately Gonzaga is going to be a little too much and get the win here. But I think it's going to be a close game. But who do you think wins this game and why? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, you'll see this little ticker down here. I am hosting a tournament bracket group on ESPN Tournament Challenge. All you gotta do, go to the community tab on my channel, click the link there. It should be the first thing in my community. Join it. First place winner gets a free AG t-shirt. Only thing is you got to be a subscriber. That's the only stipulation. But again, let me know who you think wins this game and why down in the comment section. Make sure to like this video. Most importantly, subscribe.